Environmental Studies, Djpe EE22, presented by Mrs. H.A. Saunderson. Exam-based presentation, January 2018. Welcome class. General information, a final pass mark of 50% is required. This is calculated by adding 60% of the examination mark to 40% of the semester or continuous assessment mark. Duration 2 hours, and all question papers consist of between 4 to 10 questions. Instructions. When you start to write your answers, please write understandably, neatly and clearly. It is very difficult to allocate marks to answers because of poor handwriting. Read instructions carefully and ensure you know what is required before you start. It is important to please take the marks allocated in consideration for each question when determining the length of your answer. Do not write more content than needed for only 2 marks. 2 answers or 2 sentences for 2 marks. Write your details as required or requested on the front page of the answer book. Read the exam paper thoroughly to make sure you understand the instructions and questions. Calculate how much time you will need for each question. When reading the questions, look at the verbs that are used to ask the question. Know what is expected of each verb when answering questions. You can find these verbs in your study guide. Please familiarize yourself with the meaning of each verb. It is important to know that you should describe how to plan a lesson on any of the environmental education topics. For example, plants, light, soil, sound, weather, living and non-living things, etc. Then you need to know the facts of each topic, for example, the Welwitschia plant. Next, I will highlight a few important units that you need to study for the May 2018 examination. Teaching aspects. Outline the different features of a lesson. List the apparatus which is needed in a preparation lesson. Chapter 1. Namibian social groups and institutions. Family, your immediate or nuclear or extended family. What is done to improve the woman's role in society? Chapter 2. Namibian culture. Describe a historical figure, the national flag, the colors and the symbolism of the flag. Chapter 3. Namibian infrastructure and communication. The 4 distinct topographic regions and transport. Chapter 4. Economic and civic features of Namibia, entrepreneurship and small businesses, components of a small business. Chapter 5, Health and Nutrition, Tending to Wounds and How to Live a Healthy Lifestyle. Chapter 6, Plants, Living and Non-Living Things, Characteristics of Living Things, the different biomes in Namibia. Chapter 7, Insects and Animals, the role of birds and insects in the food chain, food and other products from farm animals like sheep, cattle, and pigs, features and characteristics of the oryx. Chapter 8, Science and Geography, characteristics of non-living things, soil, and the different types of soil. Now I will highlight a few important units that you need to study for the August 2018 examination. Question 1, and this goes about the teaching aspects. Plants. The facts about the Welwitschia mirabilis plant. List what a teacher will do in a remedial period. Please note, students need to Google these questions to find the answers because it is not included in the study guide, but it is the practical part of your studies. Question 2, Culture, Infrastructure. Oshivambo speaking people, what are their roles and responsibilities? Traditional leaders and their official tasks, communication and transport. Question 3, Economic, Entrepreneurship, components of a small business, water, how to keep water clean and how to save water. Question 4, Health and Geography, wounds, precautions to take when tending to wounds, living things and non-living things. Question 5, Science, define the following: producers, herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Sound, characteristics of sound, pitch, the tone or quality, the loudness, and the speed of sound. Lastly, I will highlight a few important units that you need to study for the November 2018 examination. Question 1, the teaching aspects. What will a teacher do in the remedial period? List the apparatus in a specific lesson. Question 2, position of the subordinate woman, education and decision making. Question 3, what is obesity? What types of obesity and what causes are there of obesity? Question 4, healthy habits, personal cleanliness, your hands, body, hair, nails, clothes, and your homes. What personal cleanliness will you do in all those topics? Question 5. Skeleton. What are the support of the skeleton, the protection of the skeleton, and the muscle attachment of the skeleton? What are the movements of the skeleton? And lastly, the production of blood. Question 6. Plants as a part of the food chain. Seed dissemination, pollination, predator, prey, disease dissemination. Describe each of them. Question 7. Animals. What are the products from pigs, sheep, and cattle? Question 8. Again about animals. What can you tell me about the oryx, the characteristics about the oryx, and what is the meaning of carotid rete? Question 9. Sound. The different characteristics about sound. They are pitch, tone or quality, loudness, and speed of sound. Question 10 is about the environment. How can people help to save the environment? Other information. Tips. Success comes through hard work. In order for you to succeed in this course, you need to study very hard. Set goals and deadlines and stick to it. Lastly, students, please contact or SMS me if needed between 17 hours to 19 hours. Please phone 085 6635 700 or email hanneliesaunderson@gmail.com. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Good luck and all the best with your studies and examination.